Alright, 2019, first nice day of the spring. We are training Sargent. He is a 3-year-old Slavinsky Kopov. Got him from a breeder out of Illinois, Jeff Richardson. What we have is a training track, started right in here at that scuff mark. This area is extremely high deer density. When you get in there, you will see the deer runs and understand how many deer live in this chunk of woods. So what we're doing here is a sit prior to working. This calms the dog down, especially like Sargent. He's a high energy dog, really wants to go. This calms him down, gets him focused. And when I give him the go, hey, sit. He's focused. So today we are working on turns, right turns, left turns. We'll discuss that more as we get going. Stay. Now I'm going to go to the shot site. Here, find. This is no blood. Track was laid yesterday at 5 p.m. It is 10 a.m. the following day. Our first turn was back in here, about 5-6 yards. He's right into the turn area right now, so he made a left turn before he should have. He's backtracking his track now. The state of Michigan does require the dog to be on leash. However, I like to do my training sessions dragging a leash so the dog can learn to track naturally. Not joystick by me whatsoever. Leave it! The track does go this direction, not sure exactly where. He is now backtracking to the original line. As you can see, I did not walk back to the original line because I am following him, which means I trust him. We do have the wind left to right now, so the wind is cutting across us this way. I can see my boot mark where I made the turn. I did turn and go this way. This track will be recorded using a Doctor Pathfinder system. You'll see exactly where I am at all times. You'll see where the dog is at all times. And I believe, and I'm hoping, you'll see the track lay that I did yesterday on the same video image. Look at this deer run right there. Just absolute highway. He's on a slight deer run that way now, which I did not go that way. He went down it very slow, very unsure of himself. He's in total search mode right now. So a lot of guys would, hey, come over here, dog, it's right here, and help them. You're not helping them, you're hurting them. Now if the dog went a couple 100 yards off track, or 50 yards off track, 100 yards off track, that's helping them. But doing it when we're this close to the turn, you're hurting them. That's a good boy, that's a good boy. No, I know he was right, so I gave him a good boy. Good boy! That's how a dog learns the problem side without you helping. Now this track is not an easy one, I promise you that. The deer density, the amount of deer that have been through here since I've been through here, tons of them. Now, I did go across this little water. I cut right through it. So right now he's past it because I went right down through the middle of this water. And I did not go this way. I went right up through here. Another turn. So I'm going to wait for him to come back and correct the turn. Now, real case situation, I would stay with the dog the entire time. So by me staying here, it does help the dog realize, maybe I'm not right. That's okay because we're training. Training is not set up for failure, it's set up for success. No, no, no! Get ready to roll coon crap. Come on, to work. There we go. There we go. That's a good boy. Right across the water like I laid it. So what we have right now is focus issues. He is smelling coon crap, checking other deer. It's just loaded with scent. And for a dog like a Kopov with a high receptors in their nose, they want to smell everything. Good boy. So it's focus. That's all it is. He's not doing nothing wrong. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Smell everything. Once he gets focused, he'll be more efficient and effective. He'll find a lot more deer. Just deer runs everywhere. Look at this. Now somewhere in here, I don't know where I made my turn left. I don't believe I went much further than this. I did not make no marks on the ground. I just know roughly I went left somewhere, so I'm just going to follow. You can tell there's been a ton of deer through here today. Yeah, I can see one of my boot prints in this mud, I'm not sure. But Sarge is literally checking all these runs, and that's okay. Very rarely does a dog get on a track and stay precise all the way. Cypress now does that. She's 9 years old, she'll do that now, but when she was 3 or 4 years old, no, she checked a lot of stuff. Really take an experienced, mature dog to stay 100% focused. Now I do recall coming up to this buck rub and pine tree, so I know I gotta be close. Probably see my tracks here. Yes, I got my tracks here. So I know I did come down along this. And here's something interesting that I did here. I stayed right here. I went this way, around this where Sarge is, and back up to here, up to this buck rub. I doubled back and I went up this way. See how he handles this. I went here and he didn't. But he's on it now, backtracking it. So now the scent is going different directions and different timelines. I know these videos are boring to watch, but if you're into training a dog and you want some clues and tips, they're worth watching. I know I want to cross his high mounts. I know he's right. So that was pretty cool. These deer go across his little elevation. And I can tell you guys, the deer tracks through here has already covered my boot prints. That's how my deer come through. Here's my boot print there. But they're already totally stomped in by deer. Another highway of deer runs. $30, $40 deer live in this little 3/4 acre woodlot. It's inside the city limits, so there's no hunting allowed here. And deer know this. And look at this. It's just packed. I've looked in here for antler sheds for years, never found one. And I know there's bucks in here. Some big ones. See here, I do another turn. More of a V-turn where it's a double back. I thought I went further this way. So Sarge is on the exit line right now. I actually walked up this right here. I turned somewhere in here, I turned. So Sarge is wrong right now. I did not go down there. Hey, you leave that squirrel. There's a black squirrel up here, and we were coming in here. I was looking for him. I need him to turn and go back to my left. Turn and come back this way. At this point, the wind should be to his advantage as it's blowing on my back. So the finish line is behind us. But you also got to realize that scent that I left yesterday has been blowing this way all night long. What they call that is a scent cloud. So the scent is actually spread out through this whole entire area and can be very confusing to finish. So you'll see a lot of dogs do really well right to the end and they can't find the end. It's because they do not know how to work through that scent cloud. And I believe where the end is, we're close to it. This whole area is covered with the scent that we laid out. So I have probably a 8-inch piece of deer hide sitting behind us right now. Now if I'd have put the finish right here, where he went straight to it, we'd have been upwind of the scent, much easier to finish. But I believe right now he's working the outer edge of this scent cloud right now. He went down there, he's on that side of the hill. These different contours are going to hold scent differently. There we go. Again, you don't want to help that dog. You want them to figure it out. I didn't go way up in there. I stayed more right here. Back on a heavy deer run. Now at the finish, I'm going to give you guys a heads up. I put this piece of skin up on a rock, so I knew the scent would get swirled everywhere. It's a training trick I do. You can see it right there on that rock. That's a good boy! Good boy, Sargent! Good boy! That's a good boy! Yeah, that's a good boy! Get it, Sarge! Get that thing! Get it! Get it, Sarge! Get it! Get it! Get it! Good boy! Good boy! Good boy! Alright, so I did that so that wind would come across this opening and blow across. We were up there, I told you, that scent cloud. We have a mound that rises up, drops off, drops off. So that scent's going to blow across this, fall off those edges, those contours, and them contours are actually going to give him the edge of the scent cloud. Because as that scent blows across this thing and it drops down, the scent is going to cling onto what's there, the rust is going to blow away and give you a void in the scent before it re-lands on whatever else. So I strategically laid it for this exact purpose, for that scent cloud to give him the left and right of it so he could work back to it. That's a great job, big boy. That's a good job. So another thing guys do is give the reward instantly. Food reward. Nope, I'm letting him chew on that for the first bit. What we do have is some sausage. A lot of sausage. Let him get some of that first. See if he wants any of my stuff. Good boy. Good boy. Here's Arch. You want some of that? Huh? So when you guys cut your deer hides off the deer, use the belly hair and leave some meat on it. See how much meat I left on that thing? There's meat. There's fat. Try not to use the deer hide that's up high on the deer's back. Use the belly hair. That's where the shot from the deer, the juices, the gases are coming off it and collecting on that belly hair. That's all I train with. I train with real products that simulate exactly what we are targeting. The belly hair to me is the best. Here's Arch. Now again, this track was not a difficult one. It was more about focused, problem solving, and turns. We had many turns included in this. This track was, I don't know, it's over 12 hours now, so it's, you know, it's a typical timeline that a hunter would shoot a deer, wait overnight, and have you come in the next morning. So thanks for watching, and we'll post more videos as this summer goes on.